Welcome
To what?
the super awesome comic book show.
It's close.
The super amazing. What is it? Is it super awesome?
Yep.
Comic book
Nope.
review. What?
The Super Awesome Comic Review Show.
The super awesome comic review show. I'm Sarah Mowrey. I'm very funny. Thank you very much.
Sarah Meow Meow.
I'm Sarah Mowrey.
Yeah, you are.
Am I supposed to look at the camera?
Yeah, whenever you feel like it. Whenever you feel like addressing
Them.
them. Before we get into the top 5, do you want to, talk about how you're a YouTube comedian or something?
Hello. I have a YouTube show called Boozy Feminism on the internet.
Boozy Feminism?
Yes.
That sounds exciting.
I just get drunk and I talk about feminism in a mildly adequate way.
Oh man, we probably should have had more beers before this.
Yes, we should have, because I'm only good at talking after beers.
Well, you had at least 2.
I did. Sorry, Dad.
Is that the name of the channel?
That's the name of the web series, yeah.
On what channel?
On Sarah Mowrey channel.
Okay, good. I'll put that up on the screen for people that don't know what Sarah Meow Meow means.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Foxi.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good friend.
So, today is Sarah Meow Meow's top 5
My top 5?
for new comic books that came out today.
Yeah, I have a top 5, so watch out, nerds.
You're new to comics.
I am new to comics. I have not read comic books since I was a child and read Archie and Veronica.
Oh man, I would have totally put you on the Archie week next time. There's a new Archie series.
Is there really?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh, great.
Next time.
Next time.
But this week,
Coming in at number 5, I would have to say Dark Corridor, issue 1.
new series from Image Comics. It's crime noir. It's very unusual, but I'm excited to see where it goes. This issue just kind of establishes a bunch of ne'er-do-wells.
Yes, and I like the jokes.
I like the jokes. I like the bloody dog.
Bloody puppy in the first scene.
Not really like any of the other crime noir comics that I'm familiar with. It's not as serious as Criminal. It's not as poetic, I guess, as Hit. It's its own little thing.
A good time overall.
Yeah, definitely. Coming in at number 4.
John Flood, which is...
It's a new comic from Boom Studios.
Yes.
They at least solicited it as a supernatural Sherlock Holmes kind of thing.
Yes.
I definitely feel that vibe.
It's got a guy who can't sleep, and it's got a guy who may have murdered somebody or got off of a crime for some reason.
He may or may not have committed a crime that he wasn't convicted of.
Yes.
I think that's what you were trying to say.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. You're much more eloquent than I am.
Sarah Meow Meow, new to comics.
New to comics, new to talking. Apparently.
Not new to YouTube or talking, but she's way soberer than usual. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
I'll get you drunker next time. But anyway, John Flood, he's got cool red eyes, because apparently that's what happens when you can't sleep.
He's in a constant dream state.
Yeah, everything looks like he's tripping all the time, and he definitely acts like he's tripping all the time, but I guess he's really good at solving crimes.
Uh-huh.
I guess we'll see how that plays out.
We will see how that plays out.
The art was cool, though, and it was very, the dialogue was neat. It had a lot of verve.
Verve. Got some verve up in it.
Coming in at number 3.
Number 3 is Miss Marvel, issue 17. Kamala Khan is the best character that's ever happened because she represents like any of us who are just like fans of superheroes or of anything, and meeting your hero and getting to like hang out alongside them is like a total dream for everyone. And she's hilarious, and there are cute kittens in it.
There are so many
cute kittens.
Some of them are in sweaters. Some of them have their heads in jars.
There's little mayonnaise shorts. Some of them are raccoons.
Some of them are raccoons and not cats at all,
No.
and I totally support that.
Yes, there are a lot of like Easter eggs of like little jokes, like letters to the president was on.
Oh yeah, Adrian Alfana continues to pack every panel with little weird little jokes, visual and written, and it's great. And yeah, it's great to see Kamala finally meet her hero, Carol Danvers, and have a little team-up escapade.
A sister-sister sort of situation.
Yeah, Tia and Tamara are all over this one.
Yes.
No, they're not.
No, they're
Coming
not.
in at number 2, Airboy number 3.
Airboy number 3. I've been reading this for the past 2 months. This,
Yeah, this is why I invited you on the show to begin with. I was like, Sarah Meow Meow, you like jokes. Airboy's all about the jokes, and also there's a lot of anatomy presented.
A lot of anatomy. And
Male
none of
and
it's
female.
gray.
It's equal opportunity anatomy.
Yes, yep. Very equal. This comic takes you into Airboy's realm. Is that saying too much?
No, I think if you haven't gathered from the covers, we are transitioning from a monochrome world to a full-color fantasy realm. And here we're finally bringing James Robinson and Greg Hinkle are taken into Airboy's land.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the least realistic and...
the most fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? Fantasy? Fantastic? That's a word.
Definitely. No, you did it right.
So in Airboy number 2, there was a scene where James Robinson's character said a slur for transgender people. Twice, I think?
He said it once and Greg Hinkle's character said it
Okay,
once.
so Greg and James both said it. And there has been a lot of controversy on Twitter, which is totally understandable because slurs and, people want to be treated as people. And when their communities are, regularly shat on, they get upset, which is fine. And both Greg Hinkle and James Robinson both apologize, which I'm not saying is necessarily enough, Tumblr feminists, but it is something.
Their apologies seemed legit,
Yes.
and there can be an argument made that maybe it wasn't necessary to apologize in the first place, given the context of these terrible characters. It's just written in character.
It was written in character, for sure.
I don't know.
You don't know, Foxy.
I don't know. For me, when I read it, I was impressed that they approached the subject in what seemed to be a more progressive way through these terrible characters that were using slurs, but their perspective seemed to be one of acceptance.
Sure. Yes, James Robinson's character, he does definitely call the sex worker by her preferred gender and everything. The pronouns and everything was respected. I'm not transgender, so I'm not the most...
Yeah, we're not authorities.
No, we're not authorities on the thing.
But before I knew people were mad, I was impressed that they were saying, you know what, what's important to me and to them is how she feels about herself, and he did say herself.
Sure.
Though right before that he did use a slur. So, take it as you will. It wasn't as bad as what Joss Whedon got after Age of Ultron with the false claims, or even what Cam Stewart had to deal with the Batgirl controversy a couple issues ago. And yeah, as a counterpoint, there was actually something in this to maybe have a problem with, whereas in Age of Ultron and Batgirl's case, those were just miscontextualizations entirely. So,
Sure.
It's cool that James Robinson apologized. I wasn't offended, but I'm not a member of that community, so...
And neither am I.
Yeah.
But I understand why people would be. I am a queer person, and so I understand why people would be offended, because slurs are bad.
Slurs are bad.
Slurs are bad.
Those characters are bad guys too.
They're also bad guys. They're not super morally...
I think it would have been weird if they were using politically correct language for their character, honestly, but what are you going to do in that situation? I don't know. Comment below if you want to tell us what you think is appropriate when you're portraying a bad character. Do they use politically correct language because that's the politically correct thing to do?
What is appropriate for usage? Tell us. Please tell us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, coming in at number 1. It's Justice League Gods and Monsters Wonder Woman number 1. Which
is amazing.
Yeah, it's one of a bunch of one-shots that's set up for this new animated film that DC's doing with Bruce Timm, which is awesome, because Bruce Timm is the Batman the Animated Series guy, among other amazing DC cartoons, so great. And this is wait, you watch that preview and you're like, who are all of those characters? And then you know what? These comics tell you who these characters are, and how this is Wonder Woman, and how that's Superman, and how that's Batman, etc., etc. Also, there's a hippie commune and drugs.
Yes, there's a hippie commune and drugs and a struggle between how do we fight things in a non-violent way, and this idea of just because somebody says that they are in favor of like a better world or like peace or whatever. They could also be monsters.
But this was the first thing you read tonight, and
This was the first thing I read tonight.
It was immediately your favorite.
It was my favorite because, first of all, I really like the fancy language that Wonder Woman speaks in. She's just like a very like... She's
eloquent lady?
Yeah, she's articulate, she's eloquent. Her costume is everything I wish I was and more. I love all the hippie magic of like the crystals like take you to a different like...
Oh, look at all this fractal other side of the world stuff. Whoa.
Hippies. Yeah, I love that. I love the idea of like sowing your roots and like making a community like, I don't know, like productive or whatever. And yeah, like maybe it doesn't like fix all the problems in the world, but like creating a space for yourself that is healthy or whatever. And yeah, she had to like go away, but...
Yeah, there was conflict. There was
conflict. There was
a lot going on.
Is there going to be another issue of this?
I have no idea. There will
Is
be
it
more
just
one-shots establishing the rest of the characters in the Justice League in this alternate universe, but I don't know if Wonder Woman gets more or if you just have to watch the movie to find out.
Wonder Woman should get all of the episodes of comics.
There are some other Wonder Woman comics out there I can
Oh
show
no,
you
I
too.
know that there are other Wonder Woman comics. Sorry, nerds.
You just want more of this one.
I want more of this one because I love it. I love it a lot. Maybe I need to just read more Wonder Woman in general.
Probably. Sensation Comics, that's my first recommendation to you. Great
Sensation Comics.
collection of short stories all about different
Great.
Wonder Womans, different artists, different writers. Awesome.
Awesome. Well, I am excited that you, Foxy, got me into reading more comics because what a beautiful world of nerddom that I had not explored before, and I can definitely go deeper into the rabbit hole of...
Definitely.
Of
Well,
doing it.
you're welcome. And here is Previews Watch coming up after that top 5 we just wrapped up. And that'll be maybe some more stuff you'll hear about in this that you want to check out. These are solicitations that will be out in October, because that's how comics are done. They advertise what's coming out 2 months in advance, and then you have to order it, and it's like a whole process. The shop usually takes care of it for you, but these are the things to watch out for or to ask for at your shop by name, even if you don't shop with us. I Hate Fairyland is coming out from Scotty Young and Image Comics. It is basically a little girl has been trapped in this fairyland for 30 years where she's not aging and she's had about enough of it, and she's going to just start killing things until she can find her way out of it. It's bloody, but it's like this childish artwork from this guy that was doing Wizard of Oz comics and little Marvel Avengers vs. X-Men for Secret Wars right now. It's all cutesy stuff, but this is cutesy gone horribly bloody wrong. So,
Awesome.
Looking forward to that. Iscariot from Vidari, he did this wonderful issue of Jim Henson's Witches. Just blew my mind, so I've been really looking out for anything he does since then. Iscariot is about a child who is dying, and then this character grants her magical abilities, makes her like a wizard or something, or him. The child is dying, the child is made a wizard, the child goes on some sort of magical adventure, and it's all watercolor painted and
Ooh.
really esoteric page design layouts, and it's unusual comics. Can't wait for that. That's coming from Boom Studios. Then another one from Image that I'm super pumped on, Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chiang. It's, as they advertise it, it is Stand By Me meets War of the Worlds by way of 4 female protagonists who are paper delivery girls.
Yes.
So what more could you possibly ask for? It's set in the 80s. It's awesome. Oh my god, look at these preview pages. There's a kid dressed up as Freddy Krueger for Halloween.
What?
So cool. And yeah, Brian K. Vaughan. We're talking Saga. We're talking We Stand on Guard. We're talking Why the Last Man. We're done talking about it. Coming from Vertigo Comics, we've got Twilight Children by Gilbert Hernandez, also known as Beto to his friends and acolytes, and art by Darwin Cook on that one. He's one of my faves. He did DC's New Frontier. He was a character designer on Batman the Animated Series. He has done the Parker graphic novel adaptations of the old Donald Westlake crime fiction stuff. He's badass. And this comic is gonna rule. It's one of Vertigo's new. They've got a new title launching every month or something. I think for 12 months straight.
Whoa.
Since Fables is ending, they're really just trying to push out some new awesome stuff to fill that void. And Twilight Children is definitely gonna do that. That's a hell of a team. Also from Image Comics, we've got Black Magick by Greg Rucka and Nicholas Scott. Never heard of Nicholas Scott before. Don't know if that's a male or a female. What I do know is that the art is beautiful and that it's more procedural type. So looking forward to the fantasy, sci-fi, cop stuff that he's really good at in a whole new package. Also, really excited for Squarriors Volume 1 coming out in trade paperback format. But I'm really bringing this up because our comic review show is in previews. They liked our review because
Yay!
we compared their comic to Watership Down meets The Walking Dead. So, yeah, that's our first appearance in previews. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Devil's Due. However, you got the title wrong. The old title was The Max's Super Awesome Comic Review Show. The current title is The Super Awesome Comic Review Show. You're missing some super awesome. That's all I'm saying. We're pretty awesome.
I think we're really awesome.
We might be super awesome.
We might be super awesome. Correct.
So anyway,
Branding.
let's do it. Super awesome.
Super awesome. Pew, pew, pew.
So that's the show.
So is that the show?
That's it.
Okay.
Do you have a catchphrase?
Be a feminist. No, that's not my catchphrase.
Be a feminist.
Be a feminist.
I like it.